This new, improved poet baffles us. We had hoped Poet 65 would be as compelling as Poets 1 through 64, as we have enjoyed the innovations, while also admiring the apparent continuity, a recognizable poetness, if you will, of each successive incarnation. Compelling, we often said, certain that the compulsions were real, though what she compelled us to do remained a mystery. But Poet 65 lacks what? The florid, the fecund laugh still erupts unremittingly, as before, and the ability to encapsulate our faults into a pithy apothegm remains. This poet also retains the ability to improvise a mordant encomium over drinks at the St. Francis Bar after midnight. Poet 65, like the many poets that preceded her, will often fill a water glass with vodka and swirl it in her hand as if to mix the vodka with, apparently, more vodka. It cheers us to see this trademark gesture retained. However, we miss the hand plunged to the elbow into a bag of pork rinds that marked Poets 17 through 23 and the sudden smirk that would cross the face of Poet 46, the model that came to be known as Cynical Poet and was quickly recalled, resulting in the overly solicitous Poet 47, which, I'm sure you'll remember, was roundly rejected for reasons that should be obvious. While many of us admire the balance, the steady hand at the rudder of this dinghy you call Poet 65, we miss the foreboding cutter that would sweep through the harbor at night, its radar swinging, its machinery bleeping and blinking, its armaments poised, the commands from the bridge slicing through the fog like the post-midnight yowlings of mating cats. We have read the literature accompanying this new improved poet, and have decided to trust your predictions about the various tightenings and loosenings we can expect, the rich sonorities and overtones that will come with age, though the incessant creaking and wheezing has become an issue for some, who miss the sleep mode so prominently featured in the promotional materials for Poet 64. Why was such a popular feature not retained in this new, improved poet? We must confess more than once we have repackaged our Poet 65, stood her in the original shipping carton and poured buckets of styrofoam nuggets over her, only to be drawn to something an indefinable bereftness we had not noticed before. Each time, we have lifted her back out of the carton and plucked the static charge nuggets from her vestments. And so she remains, wandering the house in darkness, like a light we wish we'd turned off, a light that wakes us just enough that we remember our dreams, dreams about men lost in the jungle, the vacant foundations of houses, charred timbers and smoldering sofas, before we slide back under the slick, black, unrippling surface of sleep.